this one has really wide handlebar. It is very nimble, so with the quick shifter there is a lot of buffeting. From 2000 and half. Let me welcome you to today's episode. ...650cc bike, 6 positions. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys. This is BMW F900xr and it is a sports touring bike. As you see, it is chain driven. It has double disc at the front, Brembo brakes, single disc at the rear, 4-piston caliper at the front, radial brakes and single piston at the rear. So it has upside down forks, 43 millimeters. It has 170 millimeters of travel suspension and 172 millimeters of travel at the rear. The capacity of the fuel tank, it's 15 liter and half. This is the stock height of the standard seat, so 825 millimeters, and this bike it's almost full optional, so electronic suspension. (180, 55, 17 at the rear and 120, 70, 17 at the front. LED lights, LED turning signals, adjustable windscreen. You just pull this one and it goes up, so it has two positions. And here it's the system for changing the menu options, so adjustable clutch lever and also adjustable brake, heated grips, riding modes, parallel twin. So it is a proven engine with 105 horsepower, delivering this power at 8,500 RPM, and the torque, it's also very nice on this one. It is 92 Newton meters at the 6,500 RPM, so this one should be very nice on the road. Yeah, the weight is 219 kilograms. So this one has really wide handlebar. I think that it is 860 millimeters. I am in the road mode, so it has also rain and dynamic, so 3 riding modes. Dynamic Pro, it's not present. Right now I have to say that you sit very comfortably on this bike. I mean, the legs are in a nice position, and this is the standard seat. The mirrors are a little bit small. The bike feels nimble. It is not among the lightest because it is 219 kilos, but the weight distribution, it's nice on this bike. Let's give it a bit of throttle. It goes the right amount. I will check also the quick shifter. This one, it's also with the quick shifter. It is very nimble, and with this suspension it's very soft, I mean appropriate. The engine, it's without vibes. Really, I cannot feel any particular vibes right now, but I didn't pass 6,000 revs, so maybe later I would have the opportunity to do it, and I will comment also it later. This engine, it's very nicely tuned because it's a low revving engine, so you can cruise on this engine almost all the time with 4,000 revs or less. So it is a nice engine for touring, and this is what it is this bike about. Okay, now we are in the dynamic mode. Okay, I think I cannot really feel the difference right now, but maybe, yeah, it is a bit more aggressive. I mean the throttle, it's a bit more aggressive. So with the lower position of the screen, I have a bit of buffeting on my helmet. Let's put it on the higher position. This bike feels stable. It dives a bit, but this is a sport touring bike, and the travel 170 millimeters, it's quite big, so the suspension has to be adjusted for touring and not really sport only. So I think it is appropriate. Okay, let's give it a beat. It has the power. It has the power. It has. I really don't feel much difference from these two positions of the screen, but I will keep it in the higher position right now. The riding position, it's nice. You feel very upright on this bike, and the seat, it's comfortable. I think I feel that I could go on longer rides with this seat. So the option of the higher seat, it's also available, but also for the lower on this BMW, so it fits all riders, I think. The engine feels responsive for 105 horsepower, and the torque, it's available very quickly. So here you have sport, navigation, media, telephone and settings, the voltage of the battery, the range, the tire pressure, and here it's the check of the engine control light, and right now it's in dynamic. Okay, let's go. This is the rev counter speed. So this amount of power that this bike can provide, it's just enough for this bike. I mean this sport touring segment. So those of you who may think that this bike is underpowered, you are wrong, because at least it accelerates really nicely, and it pulls even at 6,000 and more, 7,000 RPM, no particular vibes. I can confirm it. Yeah, on the higher position there is a lot of buffeting. a lot of buffeting. Yeah, let's put it down. Okay, on the lower position it's okay. Maybe a sport screen would be appropriate for this one. I know that the BMW has also the option for the sport screen. I think that 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers should be the right number for the consumption of this bike. Yeah, on the low RPMs it's jerky. I mean, the quick shifter, it's jerky on low RPMs, but when reaching 5,000 it's smooth. I think it's nice from 5,000 on. So my thoughts of this BMW: it is a very sport touring BMW model. If you additionally put all these gadgets, it really is a nice touring machine. First pro, it's the riding position. It is very nice, and you feel just at home on this bike. Second pro, it's the engine that is responsive, and it's without vibes. And the third pro, it's the seat. The seat is comfortable and soft enough for, I think, longer rides. Three cons: this bike, it's not cheap if you consider the fact that it is almost 12,000 euros, and you have to pay additionally for a lot of gadgets on this bike. So the quick shifter, the cruise control, the additional riding modes, the heated grips, these are all additional features on this bike that you have to pay for them. So really the price is not the very good point on this bike, but this is a BMW, so we cannot expect miracles with the price. The second thing, the second concept, the diving of the front. When pushing this bike a bit, it feels that it dives a bit, but I really don't like this one. The third cons are the mirrors. I think these mirrors are more or less for sports bikes. They are aggressively shaped, but I think that they should be bigger. A very nice BMW sport touring bike. I hope that you enjoyed, and please give me a favor and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and till the next one.